Well, I'm joined now by Seth Schachner, who's the Managing Director of Strat Americas, which specialises in advising clients on media and technology partnership.
I'm Seth Schachner. I come from the music and entertainment industry, Sony Music and Microsoft, and have kind of been through the wars that almost burnt music down. I think the concern is just longer term for the labels and all the rights holders about setting the right precedents legally so they can grow and seed, AI music as a business right now. So I think they're trying to get out in front of this new AI wave in a way that will help legitimize it just for artists and for labels and presumably other platforms as well. This is an age or demographic that doesn't want to be spoken to per se, and I think there are some nuances about social media that are different than, say, any other form of traditional media where, being organic, being cool, being of the moment, I think makes a real difference in speaking to people. And I think that's what the magic about this is. She just sort of came out and said it.
Now tell me about how does this universal Spotify deal reshape the music industry's 2.0 model?
This new one impacts songwriters first and foremost, okay? And so songwriters should basically make more money from this, and I think there's another aspect of this that I don't think has fully come into focus yet, but it's called the artist-centric model, and it's Universal's play to kind of change up the back-end pool, if you will, so that artists get paid more.
And when it comes to subscriptions, do you really think that they are underpriced, and how could this deal lead to broader industry-wide pricing changes?
I do, for sure. I mean, you get everything under the sun from Tchaikovsky to Miles Davis and heavy metal for, $14? So if you just look at, out in the landscape at Netflix and what they've done, they, raise prices typically each year, and they don't even lose subscribers from it. So I mean, to me, 100%, it should be more.
Real quick, just got about a minute left with you, but how is AI in general affecting the music industry?
It's been quietly very positive, actually, and I think the media doesn't tend to focus on it. It's helped everything from, old Beatles recordings emerge from the living room to lots of cool new user experiences that the technologies are bringing about. And I think, going forward, if what I'm reading is correct about this new Spotify stuff, it'll probably give fans and artists some opportunities to experiment with music, to mix it up, to mash it up. And I think AI will be some part of that as well. What does music mean to your business? And thinking about all these new forces, how's it shaping stuff? What's the most effective way to work with these interests in pop and entertainment to build inclusive economies? It feels like, an artist, whether it's in Puerto Rico, can be equally popular in Europe or Asia. What about like plain old audio? Is that still important to you, actual music, or is it all about video these days?
What does this deal say about the overall business of TV and streaming businesses?
Well, it says that I think, over the next year or so, these media mergers and media transactions are going to keep happening.
Artificial intelligence is changing so much. We want to know what it means for music. What are the pros and cons to it? How do you see it?
I will tell you, Maria, I think the AI ecosystem that the labels and artists are trying to build is actually pretty promising right now. And it really isn't just about sort of these sound alikes. It's about a lot of different tools that can help records and help artists and help producers create.
Comcast recently announcing its plans to spin off several of its networks. What makes this situation different?
I think Warner's a little bit different because it's more, to me, of a pure play entertainment ecosystem, part of business, even with the Discovery merger. And, they have some super strong assets on, HBO, and I think what they're doing in terms of combining the assets will be very interesting in terms of theatrical releases, in terms of advertising, even in terms of things like rights with sports, where all these studios and networks are competing for it, in some cases losing out to the tech titan.
Thank you so much, Seth Schachner, Managing Director at Strat Americas.
We are very glad that you are here, Seth. Thanks so much for coming on.